80% of the time you go no contact, but then 20% of the time you respond and seem engaged because he—
It's funny. Hey, but shouts out to her. I got no problem with her. But this is what both men and women have to learn about that video she made. You see, she's trying to teach women how to make F-boys chase after them. But this is where she messed up. You see, she said you shouldn't be concerned about hooking up with them or not. But I hate to break it to you, but once men sleep with you, they now have the leverage. You now have to work to keep them. Because men don't care about attention as much as women. I hate to break it to you. That's where she got it wrong. And now let me break it down to men. You see, once you now have the leverage, you don't go chasing after her. Especially if your goal in dating isn't to be in a relationship. You keep dating other women. That's what it is. You now have the leverage. She now has to work to keep you. And that's where all her video was messed up. There.
I broke my collarbone in a football game. There was Dad up in the stands giving me the old be tough. So I played 2 more downs before I passed out. My date, Mary Jo Klumsky, left the senior dance with another guy. Broke my heart. 2 a.m. at the kitchen table, my old man's telling me eat the sandwich and forget about her. Feelings. I didn't even cry at his funeral, you believe that? The guy was my whole world. Not a tear. Everybody looking at me like I didn't love him. He knew. Yeah, I know, right?
See me up like it's Benny Bachi. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Responsibility. Wait, what?
So I'm the ex that texted in the video, and I really don't want to speak about this, but I don't feel like I have a choice. This is something that's been—
Oh, Kumpa, how we doing? Let me tell you something, okay, my friend? Just by listening to the way you talk, I could tell you're a good kid. You have a good head on your shoulders, I could just tell. I have a thing for this shit. This bitch didn't deserve a single second that you gave to her, and it's sad to say majority of women in this generation like to do this. It gives them, feels like it gives them power, right? I want you to know the Corleone family got your back, Kumpa. I look forward to being friends in the future. But, you know, this shit happened, it happened. This is what we have to deal with these women nowadays. It's pathetic. Pathetic. Let the dog out, Kumpa, all right? Keep your chin up. You're a beast. Ciao, ciao.
We don't cry about hypergamy. We don't cry about the fact that women don't want to deal with 80 to 90% of the men. Women are literally hardwired and designed to stick themselves to the strongest male. It's a survival tactic, okay? It is what it is.
So I am here to revoke my bisexuality. Because y'all women are fucking confusing. What the fuck? I have this one girl that literally went off at me out of fucking nowhere, saying that I don't try hard enough to get to know her. But when I tried to get to know her, she leaves me undelivered. And she says, I just don't want to get hurt. Like, bitch, me too!
Hi, Jordan. My question is, what is the antidote towards toxic masculinity?
Well, the antidote is responsible masculinity. And what does responsible mean? It means, well, if you're responsible, then you're trying to do what's honest first. So you're careful with your speech and your actions. You're careful with your speech in that you don't say things that you know to be false. And you're careful in your actions so that you don't have to lie about what you do. That's a good start. Do you want to repeat that?
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I said that didn't cover really a toxic masculinity, right? Because
yes, it's dealing with dealing with the principle of reciprocity.
No, you just said that you have to be honest and responsible as a man, right?
Well, put it this way. When I'm giving the spoon back to my granddaughter, I'm not engaging in toxic masculinity. And that was the point that I was trying to make. What precisely, since we're going to pursue this, what precisely is toxic masculinity, as opposed to, say, toxic femininity or toxic humanity? What exactly are you asking me about?
Well, I really want I really want to know what you like, how you would describe toxic masculinity. Because
No, I want you to define what toxic masculinity constitutes. Since we're going to define things so carefully, let's do it.
well,
Okay, so before we move on, let me point something out. You know, that I was willing to undertake this line of discussion, allowing for the possibility that the category of toxic masculinity had some content, right? But if we're going to pursue that line of reasoning and quibble about the answer, then we're certainly going to quibble about the definition that's embedded in the question. And so part of what's happened in our discourse is that we're required ethically to assume a priori, merely out of politeness, that the utterance toxic masculinity actually constitutes a meaningful phrase. And if you push it, you find very rapidly that it doesn't, because it's very, very, very difficult to define, and definitions actually matter. And so if it's a matter of transgressing against the boundaries of gender appropriate behavior, well, first of all, that indicates that there's something universal and normative about gender appropriate behavior, which is something that people who push the idea of toxic masculinity generally tend not to presume. And second, it's just as likely to happen among women as among men, in which case it's not toxic masculinity. So maybe on to the next question.
Okay. We gotta go ball, fam.
Oh, shit.
You gotta be the hardest workers in the room. No one will outwork me. No one. And I don't give a fuck who is in front of me. They're not gonna stop me. Yeah, at some point, you gotta be fucking tired of not being number one.
Deep into his 90s. What it's all about. Yeah. I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
You're nothing without discipline. Because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%. And that has to be something that you also learn from Cuss as well.
I don't know what discipline is. I don't know what discipline. He told me discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Every day you get a decision that want to change your life, bruh. Maybe you'd be the first generation millionaire or the first generation six-figure earner. That's an accomplishment in itself. Or a man that's at peace with his life. A man that got his credit together. Your money is right. Your head is on straight. Dog, start now while you're young so you don't make the stupid, doofy decisions that most of the people make. Start now while you're young so you don't be a statistic. Stop hanging around dudes that's broke. Get around like-minded individuals who's going to make you better, who's going to push you, that's going to hold you accountable. Stop being with women who don't respect you. Get on your grind first.
Sexualizing children is bad, including in anime.
Bro, oh my god. By what?
Is it rude?
Yeah, be nice to girls.
But that's life though. Life is tough.
Okay, you asked me what kind of guy I like. I like nice guys. I like someone who's really sweet to me, who I can have a nice job. I would love a nice best friend for life.
Yeah, lovely meeting you, yeah?
Oh, nah. I ain't even right. Hot top Chanel, bitch, we drippin' right. Yo, watch sale, bitch, we living life. Are you married?
No.
Do you want to be married?
Yes, I do.
Do you want children?
Yes, I do.
Do you think your husband will be a musician, an actor,
or an athlete?
Yes, I absolutely do. What? Yeah, I know for a fact. That's the men that I be with. So.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
No.
Yes. Those are the kind of men I attract, I be around. My resume kind of speaks for itself.
Of dicks, yeah.
Yeah, you do too. But
yeah, your roster
yes.
of dead dicks is nice, but you got no wedding rings.
No, but they got NBA rings. So.
Cause you're a side chick.
I'm not though. This dude proposed to me before, so.
Yeah. Before or after the orgasm?
We never even did anything for real. I just, but that was it.
Now, was this, and all joking aside, but was this when you were in college or was this?
No, it was well after college, sweetie. Last year, kind of like last year.
And did he play professional sports or like Canadian basketball?
He was a drug dealer, but then he went to the NBA.
And
if
you turned him down, why?
Because he got 12 kids and 16 baby mamas, and I didn't want to marry that for real.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. So why in the hell would you deserve what you get? That's why we laugh at women like you.
I don't see what's
I ask you if you want to be married, do you want to have kids? And when I ask you is, do you think your husband's going to be in this group of men who tend to live this lifestyle? You say yes, and that's what you openly pick for.
Yeah.
Instead of going over and dating men over on the business side, because here's the problem. You can't handle a man over here because you got to be more than just cute.
Well, I bring way more to the table than that, so.
Well, then why are you putting yourself in a group of men who you say do these things?
Well, I mean, because in LA, that's just what it is. So.
Excuse me?
What?
The dating scene is only NFL, NBA, music, and actors. That's the entire dating scene.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. If you want somebody successful, otherwise you're gonna get an actor or somebody who want to be a rapper. And I make money, so I can't play.
I swear to God, I didn't pay her. I swear to God, I didn't pay her.
At the end of the day, like I don't want to have to. I need somebody who's established. I make good money.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Where'd you graduate from?
ICDC.
What do you do for a living?
OnlyFans.
What does that mean?
I be online making.
Everyone has a little bit of ziz in them. Every fucking cunt out there, you're a fucking sick cunt if you want to be, bro. Stop being a fucking sad cunt, alright? Go out, get bitches, be a fucking sick cunt like Ziz, bro. That's what we fucking do, cunt. That's what we do in this shit, bro. You wanna be a fucking little sad cunt? Fuck that shit, bro. Every little fucking hater's gonna hate, bro.